The reason you aren't succeeding is because you don't believe in yourself. You might believe in the ability that it might be possible, but you don't fully believe in yourself. You got to train your mind. And I've said this before. I feel like I always fucking repeat myself. I've said it before. You need to train your mind to believe in what you're doing. I never had a doubt in my mind when I was coming up that I would make this stuff work. I didn't know what I was doing to the fullest extent, but I believed that it was possible. And as I start to see more and more results, I start to believe in myself more and more. And that's the thing. You guys like the idea of trying to do something, but don't actually believe in your ability to make it possible. How often do you wake up and tell yourself that you're gonna make it happen? What kind of person do you wanna be? Do you wanna be a person that just sits there and waits for shit to happen? Do you wanna wonder what's happening? Or are you gonna make shit happen? And are you gonna believe in your ability to make shit happen? And that's the thing. A lot of people like the idea of going out and trying to run a business, but know that, you know what, a large majority of people fail, but if it works, then cool. If it works, then I'm gonna do this. If it works, then all right, these are the things that I'm gonna do. No, it's not about it. It's not a matter of if it works, it's a matter of when it's gonna work and how you're gonna make it work. You guys have to believe in your ability that these things are achievable. You put yourself in a position where you hear the outside noise and you don't believe that, you know, people can make this happen. At the end of the day, a large amount of people don't succeed in this industry because they're just testing things out in hopes that it might work and like the idea that it might work. Some people like the idea of success but aren't willing to do what it takes in order to make themselves successful. And that's the reason why they don't succeed. It has to come from within. At what point are you gonna actually believe in yourself that, oh shit, you know what, I can make this happen. I'm smart enough to do this, and think outside the box and actually take the initiative to do certain things. Like if you're sitting there and you're telling yourself, oh, in the new year, I'm gonna start doing this. Why are you gonna wait until the new year? Why are you gonna wait until the new year? Like when I was trying to make this stuff work for myself and I was working my way up, I didn't have any other options. I knew that I wasn't gonna go to school. That wasn't an option for me. And you know what? Going to school, in my opinion, depending on what kind of lifestyle you're trying to live, is a risky lifestyle. And the reason being is we're trained that 100K a year is a good salary, and it's hard to get there unless you work for the government, at least in Canada, right? And so given those circumstances, you're already putting yourself in a position where your mind doesn't even believe that $1 million a year is possible, or even more than, let's say, 150 grand a year is possible unless you get a good job and you're lucky. So those jobs are only achievable if you go to school. So at that point, you aren't even putting yourself in a position where it's even possible to do that. You go to school and you study for 4 years. If you took all the energy that you put into your schoolwork and you consistently every day believed in yourself, truthfully, not believed in the possibility, but actually believed in yourself. I was wondering if my face was in this, but not believed in the possibility or the ability that things could happen, but actually genuinely, wholeheartedly believed that you were gonna make it work no matter what, you would be in a much different position. You're telling me for 4 years, this is what you work on day in and day out. You invest all your time into this business and you try to make it work, and you develop, you think, you learn more and more and more over time. You're telling me that you're not gonna be able to make it work in a 4-year time span. When you go to school for 4 years just to study for good grades, and those good grades aren't worth shit. What do you gain out of those good grades? Literally absolutely nothing. And that's the crazy part. Like I thought about this and I said, wow, I'm gonna sit here and write up 5 different papers or essays or whatever, and you need like a 10-page essay when I could build like 100 websites with that amount of time and make like a whole bunch of different video ads, write copyright email. It's disheartening to me because people don't see it. And I posted a video the other day and it was a short, and I was basically telling this guy, like, he said that, you know, his parents are keeping a roof, his dad's keeping a roof over his head and paying for his car and this and that, and he's in school. The thing is, obviously the advice I gave him came off a little bit bad. I literally told him, like, bro, I would personally just not go to school and just work on my business and then make the bread and just leave. But the reason why I'm saying that is because if you're going to school knowing that your intention down the line is to drop out, it's counterproductive to yourself to go there just to try and please somebody else. Because at the end of the day, like when your parents are dead and gone, like they're not gonna be there to support you. You know what I mean? Like you're living this life for yourself. And I understand your parents put you in this world and you wanna make them proud, but you're not gonna make them proud by going to school and half-assing it. And that's a position I was in. I was like, you know, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna half-ass it, I'm gonna get garbage grades. And it's not because I don't wanna do well, I just didn't see the importance in doing well in school, and I didn't care to do well in school. I didn't think it was gonna bring me anywhere. I didn't think it was gonna push me closer towards my goals. I didn't think it was gonna do anything productive for me whatsoever. So I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just leave. And I didn't say anything. The only person I had a conversation with was my dad, but it was because he looked at me and he told me, he's like, you know what? I know you don't like the school thing, but just make sure that you figure it out. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I dropped it. And I didn't tell my mom that I dropped out. And she didn't feel good that I dropped out either when she ended up finding out, and it was like a whole situation. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't really care to go there just to satisfy her, because that's not what was gonna bring me happiness. It doesn't bring me joy. It wasn't bringing me joy to go to school, and I didn't think that it was gonna create anything productive for myself. Of course, it's a risky decision, when, in my opinion, it's riskier to go to school if you have certain aspirations and wanna live a certain lifestyle. It's riskier to go there because the amount of time and energy you have to invest into it in comparison to the amount of time and energy you can invest into self-taught skills that are a lot more valuable and a lot higher value, it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare. Like, I think about right now how much less I would know right now about what I'm doing if I was in school for the last 4 years. Like, how much less I would have known, how many opportunities I would have missed out on. Like, for example, when I went to California, that was an opportunity I would have missed out on. Going to Miami, opportunities I would have missed out on. Me being here right now in Florida today, these are opportunities I would have missed out on. And those opportunities that I was capable of seizing were only seized because I ended up dropping out. Everything you do in life and every decision has a ripple effect. Like, you don't necessarily at the end of the day what certain things are gonna amount to, but the thing is, when times play out, you start to look, oh damn, you know what, if I was, here, fix this shit right now without crashing. You gotta think to yourself at the end of the day, like, all right, if I was in school at that time, where would I have been? You know, or if I was working my job at that time, where would I have been? And for me personally, I ended up leaving my job right when COVID started. But the thing is, I kind of had a decent financial plan set up because I knew the government was gonna be sending me out money because of that whole COVID situation. There was a lot that was going on, and basically, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I knew that I would have been able to get that extra support at the time. So the thing is, I ended up leaving, and I was just working on my business day in and day out. And that's when I started to see a lot more consistency within my business and for myself. And I just told myself, all right, if I'm gonna have to go back to work, then I'm gonna do it. But I allowed myself to kind of take that risk and invest that extra time into trying to develop my business to a point where I would be able, where I would be able to support myself. And that's exactly what I did. And you don't necessarily have to have the most money in the world. You know, it's not all that expensive to live, especially when you have a roof above your head. Like, you don't need that much money. Just because people go out and spend money on things they don't need. Like, how much money are you spending every day on going to buy food? Are you somebody that buys weed? Are you buying alcohol? Like, what are you spending your money on that you could basically negate? Like, at the end of the day, the only thing that you actually need, yes, food, but if you do groceries, you might spend like $50 a week, $60 a week, especially if you cook. The other thing is your phone bill and transportation. Sure, if you really wanted to and you were a homebody, you sat inside the house and you just grinded every single day and worked, I'm sure you could live for like less than $600 a month. And that's like being generous. That's being generous, because think about it. There's homeless people out there, shit, that don't have any type of money, and they starve themselves on whatever, and they're capable of living. So at the end of the day, it's a matter of what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're willing to give up in order to give yourself the extra energy, the extra time, the extra money to be able to invest into other things. You don't need that much money to live, especially when you're working your way up and you have a roof above your head. If you have to pay your rent and all those different things, of course, that's different. But then again, you have to think what's gonna work best for your schedule. Me personally, I'm willing to bend over backwards and do whatever the fuck I have to do in order to make shit happen. Like, I was working 30, 40 hours a week while I was in high school, and I had an alarm set up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to wake up and build my side. My dad would come and be like, why is your alarm going off at 3 o'clock in the morning last night? I'm like, not telling him, because mind you, at this time, he didn't know that I was trying to do something. I didn't tell my parents that I was trying to, you know, like, build websites and run online businesses. But you see, I was willing to sacrifice my sleep and my health. I was willing to be tired in order to work on my craft and in order to try and better myself. Mind you, I'm still training for football. I'm still going to the gym every day. I'm working 30 to 35 hours a week, 40 hours a week, whatever it is. I'm working sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I would sleep like, 3, 4 hours a night. So I was sacrificing my health and my sleep. The other thing I was sacrificing were obviously my grades, but that was something I was willing to sacrifice because, once again, I didn't see the value in going to school. I didn't see the value in having good grades. For me, all I needed to do was pass and just get my high school diploma. That was bare minimum. That's all I needed. And I knew that if I did that, I would still get into college. And I didn't even want to go to college in the first place. So at the end of the day, it didn't even amount to anything. I passed with 50s. I failed grade 9 French, and I failed math in grade 10. And I still got my high school diploma. Like, it's not hard. Honestly, if you don't get your high school diploma, it's because you're trying to fail. You have to try to fail to not get it. I used to show up to school late. I used to skip classes. I used to sleep in class. Anybody that knows me growing up and that went to high school with me, they know this. Like, I was known for trying to cheat on all my tests and everything. Because what does it amount to? It doesn't do anything positive for me. I don't even think that passing these math tests or anything like that has anything to do with your level of intelligence. It has to do with how much you apply yourself to actually get the schoolwork done. There's some people, yes, that are naturally gifted and understand things in a different way and are just actually smart and will do well in class. The other people that do well is because they study and they actually take the time to apply themselves to school. So the same way that you apply yourself to school and the same way you invest your energy into your schoolwork, if you just took that energy and invested it into your business, what would that look like for you? You have to ask yourself those types of questions. The same way that you apply yourself to doing well at your workplace because you want to get a little fucking 30-cent raise and sit in your workplace and have your boss give you praise. Like, self-gratification is so much better than you getting your fucking boss at work to be like, yo, good job last week. You waited the tables properly and received X amount of money in tips. No, bro, go suck yourself. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, those things don't matter. What does it amount to for you? Like, understand where you have to apply your energy. Like, and that's the thing. People invest their time and energy into the wrong things. How much time and energy do you invest into going out for a fun night just because you feel like you deserve it? You deserve that fun night because you worked hard all week at your job and you went and dropped fucking soda pops off at tables. Like, bro, what is that? Like, why would you give yourself self-gratification for that? You know what I mean? Like, good job. You knocked on 150 houses and sold one Wi-Fi package. Like, no, bro. Like, why is that the gratification that you guys work towards, bro? Like, do you not feel a little bit more of value than that? Like, in the world, you get what I'm saying? Like, stand where the energy has to be best invested. Yes, if you're working, if you're working and you're working a commission job, of course, apply yourself as much as you can because you have to make the bread, but don't give yourself that self-gratification to go work for like a telephone company. And like, that's what I was doing. And I'm going to work at this telephone company and they're like, good job, you sold extended care and warranty on an iPhone. But like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I'm just trying to get paid. You get what I'm saying? And like, that's the thing. Like, that's why I always tell people, if you can work a job that's 100% commission and all of the work comes down to your ability to make things work, I like that. And the reason why I like that is because it teaches you that self-gratification and that self-discipline because you have to do that work yourself. But other people get up and go get gratification from like selling a sofa at Bricks or whatever the place is called. And I don't believe in that kind of stuff, personally. People give themselves too much gratification for like bare minimum garbage. Like, bare minimum garbage. Oh, good job. You showed up early for work and you did an hour of overtime. No, bro. Why do you, like, that's what you have to do to get the bag. That's what you have to do in order to be able to fund your business. Don't pat yourself on the back for it. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. It's crazy. Imagine me being like 15 years old and going to work for like $9.75 an hour. And people are here getting paid like $25 an hour and are like proud of themselves for working overtime. Like, it's fucking retarded to me. I'm not even gonna lie. Damn, I'm actually getting pissed off right now. You guys can see the passion I have in this. Like, I'm not meaning to sneak this, you guys, if this is you. I'm trying to put it in your head that like, you guys are more valuable and worth a lot more than what you guys are doing right now. And this video is specifically meant for those of you out there that have the brain capacity to understand what I'm telling you right now. I'm not dissing anybody. I'm showing you guys that there's a better way for yourself. Like, why do I believe in you guys more than you believe in you? That's what I'm trying to put out there. I believe in you guys. There's a lot of you guys commenting under my videos that I feel like are just procrastinating, and I want you guys to do well. Like, I see the potential in you guys. You guys are in the position I was in before. And I'm not even in the best position right now. I'm not even anywhere close to where I want to be. And I'm still working every single day. But I'm trying to put it out there because I know that I could have probably used this when I was in your position. And for everybody out there that's watching this and actually taking in the information that I'm saying and actually trying to understand what I'm saying right now to better themselves, I'm proud of you because you're at least taking the first steps to becoming a better person and becoming a better version of yourself. I'm consistently working every single day to try to become a better version of myself. So I'm proud of you guys for taking the initiative to at least click on this video and say, damn, you know what? This guy's speaking facts right now. This guy is adding value to my life. And for all of you that have been tuning into every single video, I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I just hope that you guys stay with me along this journey to see where I'm gonna grow to, because I'm gonna continuously keep working. I'm gonna work every single day. And I hope you guys do the same, and I wanna grow with you guys. I wanna grow together. As corny as it sounds, that's what I'm trying to do. So I hope you guys stick with me along this journey. We're growing pretty fast right now, and I'm trying to build up a big community behind this because I didn't have that when I was just getting started, when I was 16 trying to run a business and I was struggling. I didn't have that before I hit my first $1 million. I didn't have that before I hit my first 100,000 and 10,000, whatever it is. I didn't have that. So I want to be able to offer that to you guys. So if you guys have reached this point in the video, once again, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you guys are struggling with, and I'm going to get back to you guys, all of you guys, in the comment section. And yeah, I just appreciate the love, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.